think we are live.
We are.
Long last, we are back. Welcome everyone to 20 to Midnight, the D&D stream where three heroes have to race against the clock in order to save the world. My name is Gabriel Urbina. I am your long-awaited Dungeon Master.
And I am Beth Eyre. I'm playing Helena Hailstorm, a human fighter from the Veldrin Empire, and I am in London town.
And I am Emma Sherr-Ziarko, playing Cal, aka Calistoga Vance, a tiefling sorcerer from Bas-Saranath or Amar, depending on where we are in the story. And
Who you asked?
Yeah. And I am here in the Land of Enchantment, Santa Fe, New Mexico.
And my name is Mike Schubert. I am playing Satus and Kurtum, a bard of the human type from Kelmultron, and I'm here in New York City.
Yay!
And normally I would be with Mike in New York City, but this time I'm doing a little bit of traveling, hence like this witness protection program on the script white wall behind me.
Gabriel's coming to us from undisclosed location.
Yeah.
That's correct. But it is also why today we're going to have a slightly different setup, and it is also why we are not going to have music today, just because the machine where the music lives is not the machine that we are streaming with, and we just kind of ran into some technical issues making that work. And we sort of went, you know what, it's been too long. We ended on a huge cliffhanger at the start of February and haven't been able to get back into it. Let's get back into it, music or no music. Let's just do it already.
And I would like to just give the quick caveat that because of the technical situation, I am controlling the stream today, so please be nice.
And that is why Cal is level 86 now.
Yes. I negotiated that with Gabriel.
So, Emma, roll a d6 for what kind of universe you want to create. Now that you burnt down the last one.
Yeah.
Roll a d20, and if it's anything greater than 0, you win.
Yay!
Sorry, we seem to have switched over into 0 hours.
Yeah. You know, it's a crossover episode.
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
But yeah, folks. You guys don't need a recap. You all remember what happened last time. Let's just dive. No. So what happened last time? You had just arrived in Amar and were on your way to City of Starfall, where you believe that the last Eladrin and the last of these powerful items that you've been searching for, the Void Piercers, can be found. When you were set upon by brigands. The negotiations with the brigands, diplomacy was not able to win the day, and so a fight broke out, which is how Cal discovered that her magic seems to be offline. She doesn't seem to be able to cast any spells, except after a bit of experimentation, you determined that spells that come from your tiefling nature, you still seem to be able to cast. As well as, I believe, the Firebolt cantrip that also was still online.
Right, which I don't fully understand, but I'll take it.
I mean, if you want it to be offline, we can take it offline.
No!
If you wanna...
Let me have my Firebolt.
You keep also having dreams where the Night Star, the goddess of the moon and creativity and sort of culture, among other things, seems trying to contact you. And the dark presence that you've always had a connection with, now revealed to be the god known as the Dark Dweller, keeps sort of intervening.
The Dark Dweller or the Dark Denizen?
Dark Denizen, excuse me. Okay. I can't read my own handwriting.
That's okay.
I believe the Dark Dweller is a character from Pirates of the Dark Waters, the most underrated Hanna-Barbera cartoon of the 1990s.
Wow, that's really good.
What a reference.
Yeah.
Yes. And I will now that is in my mind, I will now accidentally use those interchangeably for the rest of the campaign. I apologize in advance. Hanna-Barbera legal team.
It's okay.
Don't sue me.
Start the night song, night star, dark denizen, dark dweller. You know, it's all in our universe.
I can
It
now
is
see why
now.
people set D&D games outside of like fantasy worlds, because it's like, oh man, you start to bump into like so many names that sound similar, into so many tropes that are very
Totally.
similar.
Totally.
Yeah. But yes, this dark god directed you to find one of his priests, a man called Calvera in the town of Starfall, who could tell you what you needed to do to kind of basically make it up to the DD, to just kind of like show a sign of good faith that you could get your powers back. You folks made it to Starfall, and you discovered that you are there slightly before something called the Great Games. These very, very famous competitions. This very powerful wizard that lives in this tower in the middle of town kind of hosts this competition, and whoever wins gets, to the best of the wizard's ability, the wish at their heart's desire. The town is kind of basically in like full on World Cup tourist trap mode. Every street corner is selling souvenirs and tchotchkes and trinkets and memorabilia and shirts and everything about the great games. You do a little bit of asking around town, and you discover that the word on the street is that there is a very, very promising Solanese team that has registered for the great game.
That's right.
And that might be something to look into. But before that, you did manage to make contact with the man known as Calvera, who was working as an apothecary in the city in a store called the Twisted Root. And he told you to find he called it like a dark fortress, something called the Dark Manse outside of town, and to kill sort of this evil witch who had been imprisoned there for her crimes. And the Dark Denizen sort of being this god of justice in sort of a like brutal, the ones that take power, the ones that deserve to have power, sort of goes like, no, just because the legal system decided that this thing needed to be imprisoned rather than killed, I disagree with that. This thing killed people, it deserves to be destroyed. Destroy it for me, and I will take that as a sign of like good faith. You guys also asked around for Theros, the last of the Eladrin that you know is somewhere in town. And Calvera told you that he knows exactly where Theros is, and that after you do this show of faith and devotion to his master, come back and he will gladly show you where Theros and gladly tell you where Theros is. You traveled outside of town to this dark man's place, including past many signs kind of being like, you're now entering into a place where you shouldn't be, and it's extremely dangerous. You should turn back immediately. As you got to the house itself, you ran into a beholder, a spectator who had been bound there by dark magic. And he really, really tried asking you very politely to just step away and not mess with a thing in the house. For his trouble, y'all killed him. Helena cut that guy in half.
Hard.
And when you entered into the Dark Manse itself, you found a couple of doors, and the first one that you went into led you to a room that you'd been in many times. It led you through a different entrance into the main room of what you think of as the Eye of the Storm, the magic store that you have frequented many times.
Right.
And a moment later, from the back of the room emerged your old friend, Maeve Blackwater, wearing a bathrobe and kind of a towel in her hair, and she told you to make yourselves comfortable and that she'd be with you in just a moment. Like, how did you guys even get in here? I didn't even hear you knock. I didn't even hear the door go off. Let me make myself presentable, and I'll be with you in just a moment. And that is pretty much where we left off, and I think where we're going to pick off. So Maeve has just kind of gone into the back room to go make herself presentable. You guys are left alone in the main room of the Eye of the Storm. What are we doing, folks?
Freaking out.
Yeah,
I'm incredibly stressed.
this is not great. I thought it was gonna be Sally.
Me too.
Which
Me too.
I
made me
was.
feel that.
Okay, well, I think we gotta talk to her, right? We gotta see.
Rather than just killing her, Cal, yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I didn't. I'm not gonna kill her. I can't kill. I mean, maybe.
I obviously
I
don't
don't
want
know.
to kill her either. She's an old friend, but just to float another idea.
Yeah.
If Maeve has been working against us all this time and is, completely evil, I imagine she's also extremely powerful. And
Yeah.
there's that slight just to float the idea that this is a very dangerous situation.
It is, and I think we go at it with a delicate touch, and which is not really our strong suit, but maybe this time. I'm also thinking she probably knows something about the Dark Denizen, this guy who's controlling my powers, and maybe she can help? I don't know.
Sure. I mean, we could start asking about that and kind of see how the conversation
Yeah.
goes. And then if we need to approach the other, like, do we want to just try to be straight up? Do we want to, like, tell her that we've been sent? Like, I don't know. Are we convinced she's evil? What that? I'm so confused.
I'm pretty
Who
confused
among us
too.
in our time hasn't had to tell one of our friends, so look, the dark god that has powered me throughout the entire past couple of years has sent me here with an explicit mission to kill you. Thoughts?
Right. I mean, this
What
is
do
the
you
thing
think?
that can happen.
Yeah.
I feel like she'll be thinking something because she must know about that very polite guy we just killed and the
Yeah.
whole being trapped here or whatever. So she's probably thinking. I mean, she might just come out and kill us. So that'll solve it, won't it?
Yeah. That's one way. That's one way to solve the problem.
Panicking. Should I get my sword out?
Not just be ready. Be ready to make a quick.
This is the best kind of wishful thinking that I've ever heard, Beth. Just maybe they'll try to murder us. And
Yeah,
that will
maybe they'll
solve
murder us, and
the
that will.
dilemma.
Yeah,
That'll solve.
would I rather go through an uncomfortable situation or die?
Yeah.
It will solve the ethical dilemma, though, won't it? That'll be very clear then.
It's what it's
Yes,
like
we
to
won't have to
have
make-
social anxiety.
A door opens and Maeve, now fully dressed in kind of one of her usual black robes, her hair nicely done, putting on earrings, sort of like comes out and is like, okay, sorry about that, guys. You caught me a little unprepared. What am I babysitting this time? Some kind of experimental half dog, half badger?
No babysitting this time.
No.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Do you guys actually want to buy something? We've got some new potions.
No. Maybe.
Did you just come by to say hi? Oh, that's so nice. Do you guys want some tea?
I'm not sure you're being 100% straight with us here.
Okay.
Just and the, this.
Wait.
Yeah, Cal, you go ahead.
No, you got this, Helena.
You reckon? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, like, we didn't come in the normal way. Is that something that you were aware of? Like, we didn't see the Eye of the Storm to get here. Is that ringing a bell?
Her demeanor like changes as she sort of looks through the door that you normally come through, and then sort of like back to where you were, and she spots the door through which you entered this time, and she sort of goes, "Oh, so you're in Amar now. You aren't here. You are here with a capital H."
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. And what are we here to do, folks? What can I help you with today?
Well, Maeve, I was hoping you could help us with a little information.
I would be happy to the best of my abilities, Cal. Tell me what you'd like to know.
So, I've learned recently a little bit more about the source of my power. And I understand that this might be a figure that you've crossed paths with before. And it's possible that you've done something to upset him. And I'd like to know what that was.
I have done a lot of things to upset a lot of people, Cal. You're going to need to be a little bit more specific.
It's the Dark Denizen.
Uh-huh.
And he doesn't like you very much.
Okay.
But right now he doesn't seem to like me very much either, so I was hoping maybe we could help each other.
One moment. I am very lost. You aren't you a sorceress? Don't you get your power from I don't know, like
Yeah, I'm a divine soul.
isn't your like great okay.
Yeah, I'm not
And you're
one of
not
the...
just a divine soul, you're a divine soul for the god of violent retribution, vengeance, revolutions, assassins, and all types of underhanded forms of power and social change.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't choose him, but that seems to be who chose me. So I'm just trying to get some information.
Okay. Well, you seem to know a lot more than I do at the moment. Hand on heart, I have no idea what I could have done to upset this person, this deity. I have no beef with him beyond not generally liking dark gods of assassination.
Where we are in Amar, we had to like fight a very frightening. I'm gonna say doorman, but that's not really accurate. To kind of even get
Yes, the spectator.
right.
You probably had to kill the spectator.
So you're aware
Yeah,
of that.
we
What is
did
that?
that.
That's one of the beings that was set here by my jailers to keep me inside and to keep others from ever coming in here.
Your jailers. Okay. Why do they do that?
Great.
Because I killed people.
Right.
Why did you do that?
It's a long and complicated and quite annoying story. The short version of it is somebody that was very near and dear to me was in a lot of trouble, and it was all my fault. And the fastest and best, and to my eyes, the only way of solving the problem was to make a deal with a very powerful being. You met her at the top of Mount Firmament, my patron, the Eladrin Aurelia.
Yeah.
And after I made that bargain, she told me that the way to free the person that I cared about involved a very dark ritual, which necessitated the destruction of 12 souls, which I had to previously acquire. And after that, I would be stuck in the place where the ritual was conducted. She gestures downwards. I hope you like what I've done with the place. And serve Aurelia as a purveyor of knowledge and magical items for the next 50 years. I've done 14 so far.
Wow.
14 of 50. Okay.
And is the person you were trying to save okay?
They're dead. They died a long time ago, but their soul is in a better place.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, it's not great, but I can understand making that choice. Whom among us?
This can't be a complete shock to you all. You probably heard stories about me and like the different places that you visited. Like people in Cold River always thought that I was an evil witch.
Yeah,
And
but they were like...
you do get like a dim and distant reminder of sort of how much people in Cold River all the way back in your adventure were like, don't go in there. That lady is bad news.
I do vaguely remember that.
People throw the word witch around, it's very sort of... People get very
Yeah.
dramatic when they say things like that.
Where do you think that I learned all the things that I know about blood and essence and soul and ancient powers? These are they're kind of intense things to know.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, they
And we've all killed people, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
our hands aren't clean by any means.
There you go. Okay. So what do I need to do to appease this dark, shadowy lord of yours, Cal? I am stuck here. I can't leave. Well, maybe I could now that the spectator is gone, but I think that would go very poorly for me.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not necessarily something that you need to do something that they asked us to do to you. They asked us to.
We're not gonna
We're
do.
not. We don't want to do this, but it has been requested that we kill you.
She crosses her arms.
We're obviously not going to do that.
Sure.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. But in return for that, I could really use your help because I've lost my powers. So, and if we don't kill you, I don't think I get them back. So,
Yeah, around here, by the way, Mike, you feel a burst of cold from the pocket where you keep the Void Keeper.
oh no.
Can I inspect to see what it says for time remaining?
You can. Do you do it surreptitiously, or do you just kind of like do it in the open?
I would kind of do it just like check, not to like wreck, but like when you get when your phone buzzes when you're in a conversation with someone and you want to discreetly see.
Roll me a stealth check with advantage,
Ooh,
just
all
to
right.
like see if you can kind of do it super casually.
Okay, that is an 18 plus 2 for a non-natural 20. I'm glad I had
Yeah, all
advantage because
right.
my first one was a 3.
Nice.
You stretch for a moment. It looks very, very natural. Perhaps the bulk of this dirty 20 goes into maintaining your composure as you see that what was before a 21 marker is now down to 13 markers.
Oh God.
And when did we last check it and it said 21?
Earlier today.
Yeah, okay, that's not great.
No.
Somehow we've lost 8 days. Okay, Satus will keep this knowledge parked in case he needs to share it.
Maeve will sort of go, we can talk about this. Tell me what you're thinking.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. The Dark Denizen got mad at me because I've been dreaming about another woman. I've been dreaming of.
Yeah.
His gods, they're so needy.
I know, so jealous. But
You
so
say the wrong name in bed once.
yeah,
Petty. So petty.
it is so petty. So, I've been dreaming about who I believe is the Night Star, and I think, through my powers of deductive reasoning, that from what Helena and Satus have experienced with these other void piercers and the associated gods with them, I think she wants me to have this last void piercer, and maybe she'll give me some power. I don't know.
And then we can save the world. Yes.
Yeah,
which we're
yeah,
all
that's
still on
that's
board with, right?
yeah,
As
because
ever.
Yeah,
we do still have to save the world, and that's going to be much harder for me to do if I can't do magic because I'm very scrawny.
Yeah, just to give a little time update, it is shorter. We're looking at 13 days. So
What?
Whoa.
yeah, I don't know what happened, but somewhere during this conversation, the clock ticked lower.
Okay,
What,
so
did we do something to make that happen? That's so weird.
is it?
Maeve will sort of bounce her head to the side, back and forth, thinking, and will go, I think that the Void Piercer may be detecting that you have set yourselves on a path that doesn't immediately involve killing me, which may mean that it is advancing in its calculations as though you will be facing the trials ahead with your current capabilities, i.e. with a formidable fighter and bard, but with you, Cal, as a quite smart and sharp
Well, thank you.
tiefling, but otherwise not particularly powerful. That may be what is happening. It forces me now be advancing faster than you would be able to stop them if you had the powers of a sorcerer on your side.
Well,
I am trusting you all enough to take this information and not have the dial swing back round in a let's kill our friend direction, I hope.
I'm pretty convinced on that, so yeah, we're all good.
Thank you, Helena. I
I'm very
appreciate you.
well. We appreciate you, and I'm really grateful you haven't killed us. It's so nice to meet somebody who isn't trying to kill us constantly. Hooray! Now look,
Yes.
probably not, but just throwing it out there. Could we lie about having killed Maeve? Feels like we probably can't. Feels like it's that simple.
We'd have
The
to.
gods are difficult to fool.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Pretty sure he's watching right now. But,
yeah, Emma, give me a quick, just a roll of the dice. Just roll me a
Just a
d20.
roll
I don't
of
even
the
know what
dice.
check this would be.
Okay.
It's like a attunement with the forces of the universe check.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Well, I am not very attuned with the forces of the universe in this moment. Cal is a little stressed. I got a 3.
Yep. Nothing going on. You're just
nothing-
having a conversation.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
So Maeve will turn to you, Cal, and sort of go like, to answer the rest of your question, though, if you are being courted by one of the other gods, you could follow up on that. There is a temple to the Night Star in Starfall. You might find guidance there. You might find some connection to them, something that might help you find an alternative channel to power. But there's 2 caveats that I need to give you.
Okay.
One is that the Dark Denizen laid a pretty heavy claim on your soul when you were born. It's given you power so far, and we can see that he can take that away pretty easily. I'm guessing that he's not going to be... I'm guessing that this was their version of the carrot. Do something for me and get your powers back. You might soon be looking at the stick in some way, shape, or form, and you should be ready for that, especially if you're going to go running towards another god. The second is that even if you find the connection to another god, and another god is able to empower you the way that 2 gods have amplified Satus and Helena's powers and allowed them to grow much stronger in a much shorter amount of time than would normally be possible, things will change. Don't expect the powers that you have to be exactly what you had before. And I think that you might be able to have quite a bit of hand in shaping what shape those powers will take. But I think that the path towards returning to exactly what you were before may be the one that you are turning away from.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't really understand what I was before anyway, and frankly, didn't like a whole lot about it. So, if I have some measure of say and control in where my life goes from here, even if that's not very far, I think I have to try.
Right. And she'll sort of,
Or
clap
I
you on the
could kill
shoulder and
you.
Cow.
you could try, Cal.
I could try. I understand.
You could try.
I understand.
But I mean this as a friend. Don't try me.
Yeah.
But hey, look, come on. It could be worse. Like, this dark god could have brought you back from the dead or something. Then you would really be fucked. That would actually be a big problem.
Yeah.
Why?
Why would that make a difference?
Hypothetically.
Well, again, what he giveth, he can taketh away. So there might be a moment when you find the gift of the life that you currently have being revoked from you.
Well, that's not great.
I've got some pamphlets on first aid and CPR and resuscitation techniques in the back. Let me go get those. Satus, Helena, you should have these on hand. One moment. And she'll walk towards the back of the room and disappear through one of the other doors.
Well,
Okay, Cal, what are we thinking?
Well, I see a few options. First option is kill Maeve, and I don't know if I can do that physically or spiritually.
Pause for one moment. Let me just say the thing that I haven't said so far.
Yes.
You are surrounded by so much magic lucre. Like, there is so much magic lucre in this room, is a thing to remember.
So much.
And that may go in one direction or that may go in another direction, but there is a very fine tradition in D&D of you kill the store owner, you get the store owner's things.
you were saying, Cal?
Yeah. Cal takes a quick
Right, as you sort of like
around.
suddenly look around, remembering where you are, and you see all these like nice swords and wands and potions and all of these things like around you.
Well, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
If we don't kill Maeve, I might die. If we don't kill Maeve, I might live, but I might not have any power, which means I'll probably die. So, I think the best course of action, since apparently we're on even shorter time than we thought, is to find the last void piercer and maybe I can try to commune with the night star again. and we just go for it. We just try, because if we kill Maeve, that might, I don't know. What do you, I can't make this choice.
I think Maeve would kick our ass. I don't think we would be able to defend her off. And obviously,
quick insight check, everyone.
Okay. And 16.
So glad you don't have sound today, because that was a natural one.
16 though for me.
Cal is really distraught.
I don't think we should kill Maeve, to be clear, and I don't really think we should be talking about killing Maeve in Maeve's front room. She will realise that's happening. She's probably listening right now with any number of magical things.
Yeah.
So we're not going to kill Maeve.
Yeah.
Wait, did I learn?
To be clear.
Did I learn anything from the insight check?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That, like, the insight check status is that you say like Maeve could probably kick our asses, and then you think about it for a second, and you're like, well, we did kill one of her jailers, and traditionally jailers are usually stronger than the thing that they are jailing. Like, if the person inside the prison could just defeat their jailers in one-on-one combat, that would not be a great prison. And there may be a lot of additional context that you might be missing. You do not yet have a full understanding of how, or even the full picture of why Maeve is being kept here. But the thought occurs, like, you have now killed a thing that was specifically here to stop her from leaving.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That we did defeat her jailer. I still worry that, I don't know, Maeve's attitude towards it felt like she was unbothered by the jailer. Like, she didn't seem excited that we killed him. So I wonder if there is something where Maeve isn't necessarily trying to break free, or if there's someone, like, does Maeve fear the Dark Denizen? Here's a wild question. Can we just kill the Dark Denizen? I don't know how this works.
Kill a god?
And you killed a god.
I don't know, man.
A question for the ages.
It happens.
Religion check, please. For everyone. Just to get this out of the way in case anybody knows the answer to this.
15.
11.
Right?
Oh my god. It's really bad. It's a 3 plus 5. Oh, 3 plus 5 for 8.
All right. So Cal and Helena, you guys are both like, no, we can't kill a god. Satus, you sort of think about it, and the answer is possibly yes. Like, it is sort of this like stated known fact that the gods are in this like D&D world. The gods that rule over your universe are physical beings that each exist like in their own dimension, and from there influence your world. And it is possible for people to travel to those dimensions, and therefore it stands to reason that like with enough gun somebody could go to a god's dimension and actually succeed in killing them, but that would take a lot of gun. And there's also this you know, like, one of the biggest things about the gods in this particular setting is that they are all known by these kind of epithets that relate to what they do. But it is also sort of known that like all the gods have like a real secret name that is their actual name. And so it might be sort of something where it's like the Dark Denizen, but his real name is Carl. And yeah.
The power of
sort of known.
Do I still have my gloves of Jeff? Will those still work?
You swap Cal for
yeah,
Jeff.
they should.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Great.
magic items should not in any way
we're
be
fine.
affected by
Yeah, we got the gloves of Jeff.
Swap
We're going to be
Cal
fine.
for We're fine.
And so it is sort of taught that like one of the most sacrilegious, blasphemous, offensive things that you could do to the gods is speak their real name, and nobody even knows what those names are. And it is theorized that it is because that might actually give you the power over those gods, or even the power to like destroy the god whose real name you know. So it's one of these things where if you acquired more fighting power than the most powerful known beings, or discovered a god's secret name, it might be possible to destroy them. I'm going to tell you right now, doing all of that in 13 days is going to be a neat trick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the ambition though, destroying the god, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe after we save the world.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, either I try to reason with him and ask him to let me do something else, which will probably be equally horrible, if not worse. It's kill Maeve or go to the Night Star.
Insight check one more time, please.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a 6.
18.
Okay, that's
Ooh, nice.
that's a little better. 13.
Helena, you are the only one that in this moment remembers that so far your only lead on finding the Eladrin, which is, again, what you need to do to find the Void Piercer, is somebody that went, I will tell you where they are after you have done the thing that my god wants you to do, for however much or however little that is worth. That is so far your only lead.
Okay, I just remind everyone of that. I mean, we could ask Maeve. She's been helpful in the past.
Yeah.
I think we ask Maeve, and I think we also, I want, it's a god. The god will know. We can't fake. We can't deception a god, could we?
If anybody could, it's
I don't know.
you.
Again, neat trick if it can be pulled off.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
If
Like,
anybody
I'm good,
can,
but I
it's
don't know if I'm
Satus.
that good.
No, I like, but I like where your head is at. Though.
Yeah,
Just kind of like
yeah,
we have Cal put on the gloves of disguise,
yeah.
have her look like Maeve. We pretend
Ooh.
to kill Cal. Then Satus goes back and using every ounce of lying power is like, that woman is dead.
Mm.
I mean, it's
I discourage this. Again, you should
Let's
consider the gods as seeing your actions,
let's
unless you
ask
find magic that can cloud that.
let's ask Maeve if she knows the whereabouts or anyone who anyone else who might know. That way,
Yeah.
if we want to go down a different route of getting this information as opposed to murder our friend, then I like that potential.
Sounds a good plan. Are we done kind of interrogating Maeve? Because
I mean, I feel like
is there anything we're gonna?
there's stuff she hasn't told us, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I'm curious if we could free her from this prison and and have her come with us. Maybe she could help. But
Interesting. Free Maeve. Okay. Interesting. Yes.
I don't know that
like
she
it.
All right.
I don't know that she wants to be freed, but we could explore the possibility.
We at least have options to bring to Maeve.
Okay. So we're not into interrogating necessarily. We're kind of done with that.
I think we can kind of ask a little bit.
All right, folks, here you go. I got some pamphlets. I found a scroll of Revivify, so you should have that. And here, I can give you one potion of superior healing apiece. Call it good faith gesture.
Thank you. We'll
Wow,
gladly
you.
take
generosity.
these.
She gives you a Helena pamphlet that says, "So your friend suddenly dropped dead."
Mm.
Whilst I appreciate the pamphlet, Maeve, I'm not sure this is entirely going to cut it. Just CPR seems. But, thank you.
Look, sometimes in a world of magic, where a lot of magic can be pulling in one direction, and a lot of magic can be pulling in the opposite direction, sometimes the low-tech solutions are the best ones.
Great.
You seem very consternated, Helena.
Nope, I was just thinking about low-tech solutions to problems. But just ignore me.
Here's the deal, Maeve. We are trying to figure out the whereabouts of this final void piercer, and the plan was.
Starfall. Somewhere in Starfall is the word.
Do you know anything more specific? Because we do have a person who will tell us the answer, but unfortunately, the
You
plan,
gotta give them my head.
we gotta kill ya. Is there? Can we go an alternate route of learning the information?
Unfortunately, Satus, my patron and her siblings have somewhat of a non-compete clause with one another. So Aurelia doesn't tell me anything about Theros' whereabouts or his doings, or vice versa. If all else fails, the great games are coming up. You could win and then have the Wizard of the Silken Toll help you find Theros. I think
Okay.
that is a good reserve plan if you can't find them before 2 days' time.
Okay, I like that. Now, another thing we wanted to ask you: we did just kill one of your jailers. Do you want to leave?
That's a complicated question. I don't regret the things that I did that wound up with people spending a lot of effort and magic in making me not able to leave this place. That doesn't necessarily mean that I think that they don't have a point. I killed people. I messed with their souls. I used some very dark magic. And on top of everything else, Satus, my patron decided that this jail was a place where I could serve her from. She made the magic door work so that people could come and visit me and receive knowledge and magic from her. I've got couple more decades of service to go before that debt is wiped. When that day comes, I think that I'll consider what I want to do. But for now, I think that I have a lot of balance sheet balancing to do before I consider leaving anywhere. Besides, if I wasn't here, where would you guys keep depositing stuff and animals and people?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah. Well,
Well,
look,
consider our debt repaid since, didn't kill you.
Well, you have such weird ideas sometimes about. Yeah, Maeve.
Sorry.
No, fair enough.
Listen, my head is all over the place right now. I'm pretty sure I'm going to die soon, so I'm not in my best way. Okay.
No, I get that. Yeah, okay, yes. You really don't need you to die soon.
Quick perception check, Cal.
Okay. Oh my god. Perception. 4.
All right, chill.
Why? Why am I rolling so bad? I just had a thought.
Oh, yeah?
Well, but it's not a thought that I can control. But remember,
Funny how those thoughts are.
Yeah, but remember how I promised 15 minutes of my life to the curator?
mhm.
You remember that, yeah.
Yeah. I just wonder if we could ask him to time that very specifically.
Maeve will sort of nod her head and kind of go, well, if someone else has a stake on your life, that may complicate the matter of your god just being able to revoke your being out and about and walking in the world.
Ooh.
Mhm.
I don't know, if this was a matter between two sorcerers, that might be enough to kind of keep you in the game until that debt is collected. Gods may not care, but it's something. If it's a powerful enough being that you owe that time to, who knows?
He seems pretty powerful.
Yeah,
Pretty
he does.
evil, too, but
Lots
that
of people
can-
seem evil.
yeah,
right?
but that could work for us for a little bit. Okay, I think, you know what? Let's just see what happens.
I like that plan. I like that attitude.
I mean, yeah, look, we can compete in the great games, see how that goes, and hopefully no other decisions made decrease the time, because we'd be looking at 11 days after the great games.
Yeah, and we still
So,
don't have our dragons, and
That's true.
there's a lot. Yep.
a lot to be done.
There's a
but-
lot to be done. But I think step one for me, selfishly, is I need to go talk to a priest about a lady.
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
that sounds like a good idea. We can see what we can do in that respect.
Okay.
And then I guess, Maeve, while we've got you, is there anything you can tell us to help us if we are trying to go the win the great games route?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, I would just say the great games are notorious for being a bit of a free-for-all competition, and it can get fairly ruthless. So prisoner's dilemma style rules. You always screw the other person over. Don't try to be noble. Don't try to play by the rules. Assume that the people that you're up against will be doing everything that they can to cheat.
Wow, okay.
Great.
Free for all.
But yeah, it changes every year. Sometimes, and it's a variety of competitions. It's often a bit like a decathlon. So be ready for anything. And most of the times, the Wizard of the Silken Toll doesn't even tell people what the competitions are until they're happening. With that said, it's a ton of fun. I almost always try to scry if I'm not working on the day when the great games are happening.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, we might see us there.
Yeah. Any good juju you can send our way?
I hope you
appreciate
win.
it. Thank you.
Haven't seen any dragons, have you?
Yeah.
Not recently.
And our stone friend is still stone.
Yep.
Good.
Great.
Alrighty.
Could really use that cloak that he has, but that's okay.
Sorry. If you find a way to break the spell, bring it back here. But the touch of an Eladrin is a serious curse.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Anything else, folks? Anything I can interest you? Magic items? Anything that you're in the market for?
We've got this vivification scroll, and if there's anything you want to give us, with the whole saving the world thing, you're always
Yeah,
very, very welcome,
yeah.
Maeve.
yeah.
Sorry, but again, I am bound by a covenant of, for the most part, only parting with things when people pay me for their services. You saw what happened when I teleported you from one side of the continent to the other for free.
Sure.
Yes.
That's right. Well, I can't think of anything else to ask you.
Me neither.
Right
I guess we gotta check in on Cal and win a competition.
Oh, I guess just one question. Who was it that you saved?
My husband.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Or it's not okay, but I appreciate it.
Well, sometimes we have to make great sacrifices for the people we love. All right.
Alrighty.
If I don't see you again, it's been nice knowing you, Maeve. Thanks for all your help.
What do you mean if you don't see me again? You got to come and pick him up sometime. So point to the, frozen dwarven statue.
Yeah, we'll be back for him.
Good.
Okay. Shall
Back
we?
the way you came.
I guess.
Okay, onwards, team. Thanks, Maeve.
Have a good time.
Okay.
You are now outside again. The slightly decomposing body of the beholder lies on the ground. It is early evening.
Well,
Okay, Cal?
yeah, I'm just not going to think about it because if I think about it too long, I'm going to get scared and I don't have time for that. So we've got a plan and we're going to stick to it and we're going to go find the Night Star and hope that she will help out. And hope that the
it's
cure.
okay to be scared.
Thanks. I'm very scared.
We're gonna sort this out. We are gonna sort this out, Cal.
Thanks.
We are gonna sort this out with the Night Star.
Okay.
And if we can't, we can consider all options.
Okay. Sounds good. I wish Volt were here.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
All three of them.
Yeah. Miss that guy. But I guess nothing for it but to head back.
Nothing to it but to do it back.
Yep.
All right. So you are... Yeah, I guess roll a survival check just to see if you run into any trouble getting back to Starfall.
Got an 8.
Okay.
I got a natural 1.
Oh no.
Bam.
I got a 15, so not terrible.
So I think that this balances it out so that you do get lost on the way back. But the way that you get lost is that eventually you sort of take a turn into a clearing and realize that 2 hours have gone by and you are back at the Dark Manse, like sort of one of these like, well, we just definitely spent some time going in a big circle. Satus, give me the map. Which no, this you're holding it upside down.
Oh, maps. Why can't they just be like books?
Your only weakness.
Which means that by the time that you actually arrive back at Starfall, it's about 11 p.m. There's still a lot of people out and about celebrating. There's a lot of revelry for the upcoming games. So, still quite a bit of activity in the town.
Do we know where the temple to the Night Star is?
That's what they make investigation checks for.
Hey.
That's a 19.
15.
Ooh, 19.
16. So altogether, very
All right, cool.
Investigative.
Yeah, it takes a little bit. It takes a little bit of asking, but you eventually are directed to a place called the House of Moonlight, which is on top of this hill on the eastern side of town. And you are also told that because it is a temple to a nighttime deity, they are actually open from sundown to sunrise. So it is business hours over there right now.
Great. I think, you guys.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, thank you.
No, we'll come. Let's go.
Okay. Let's.
All right, you arrive, and it is a place that takes its theme very, very seriously because the front doors are, it's sort of an archway that is made up by two crescent moons that sort of meet at the top. There is, you sort of like walk in, and the reception hall has this beautiful sort of, like nighttime sky mural that covers the walls and the ceiling. And there is this young elf with silver hair. And what defining feature does she have, Beth?
She has, what's the word for it? She has eyes that are different colors.
Heterochromia?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yes. She will look up to the two of you with one eye green, one eye golden, and sort of go, Silver Maiden's blessings upon you. What can we do for you today? You're a diverse bunch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Apologies, I'm just not. You have to understand, except for the great games, I see only elves all the time.
Yes. Yeah.
It is actually quite refreshing to see travelers.
Well, it's lovely to be here. I need to talk to the Night Star. Do you have a way that I can commune with her?
Well, traveler, I don't want to be indelicate, but are we talking about literal level 1 or literal level 2? Because you're talking about literal level 1, we have plenty of prayers rooms, we have an incense room, we have a couple of isolation chambers, which many of our congregants find to be a really great way to become in tune with the learnings of the Night Star. But if you are referring to literal level 2, I should maybe go get the High Priest.
That would be great. Level 2.
I'll be right back. Could you please step into this little side room? And she will walk over and pull out a gold key, which she will open a door, which leads into this kind of like little lounge area with a bookshelf and a little fireplace. Please have a seat in these sofas. The Moon Reader will be with you shortly.
Great, thank you. Thank you so much.
And indeed, after half an hour, a big, burly, sort of, like 6 foot tall elf with what fascinating tattoo, Mike, walks in.
Oh, it is a it's a ladder, and it goes all the way up his arm.
Ooh,
awesome.
I love that.
And yeah, and like, but it's not just like a straight up and down ladder. It's like twists and spirals and turns and goes up one arm, down the other. I like that. He'll sort of come in and go, Knight's greetings upon you. I hear that someone is looking for a connection to the Night Star.
Yeah, that's me.
Mylan Oakhart, High Priest and Moonreader. How may I help you today?
Calistoga Vance. So... I... Basically... My family are also worshippers of the Night Star, and I strayed from her glorious moonshine, and I find out.
Child, mine is a forgiving and understanding deity. You can breathe.
Okay, so I think that of late I've been getting messages from her in my dreams, and I need a little more guidance, and I need to know what I can do for her and what she can do for me.
Okay. That can possibly be arranged if your spirit is willing and your form is able.
I think so.
There is a lower chamber in this temple, which is usually reserved for high adepts and others who have studied her mysteries for many years. But those who arrive there undergo a trial, and those who are deemed worthy have been known to be able to communicate with the Night Star herself. If you would like to undergo that trial, that could be arranged.
Yeah, I can do it.
Well, before you do that, you'd need to undergo a evaluation. Our soothsayer needs to examine you and see if you are in a place where you can even begin to attempt the trial. Would you like me to go and get them?
Yes, please.
He leaves again.
So many people.
And after about 20 minutes returns with this old woman dressed in this deep blue robe. And what interesting feature, Emma?
Ooh, she's wearing a necklace that like goes around. It's like a choker, but then has a long chain that goes down.
All right, I like it.
Yeah.
Mylan will go, this is Soothsayer High Hall. She will be carrying out your examination. And this woman just starts kind of, walking around you and sort of looking you up and down.
Mm-hmm.
And then she will kind of, pick up one of your arms and then let it drop. She's sort of looking at you. You hear as she mutters something under her breath, and then her eyes turn bright blue as though she was a character in Dune. And she will look you up and down again. She will go back to the high priest and whisper something, and he will leave. And she will kind of go back to walking around you and examining. After a little bit, the high priest returns with a tea kettle and 2 cups. And he will pour them and give one to you and one to this soothsayer. And she will kind of gesture sort of in a drink. And after you have drained the cup, she will take it from you and sort of stare at the leaves for a moment. And then she'll nod and put the cup on the little table they have there. And she will get a deck of cards and place them in front of you and gesture at them. And Mylan will go, cut.
And I'll cut the deck.
She mixes them back together and deals 3 cards. Emma, roll me 3 d20s, please.
Oh boy.
Ooh. So many chances for something to go wrong.
I know.
It's going to be great. You got it.
Okay. I got a 3, a 12, and a 13.
Un momento, por favor.
Muy bien.
A 3, a 12, and a 13, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. The soothsayer will stare at the cards for a moment, and then she will go back to the high priest and whisper something in his ear. Now for like a while, like. And then the high priest will nod and turn to you, and he will go, okay. Here's the evaluation.
Okay.
You are not ready to undergo the trial in your current state. There's something you are missing, something that has been taken from you in recent times. And you must find something that is equivalent to it. You must be whole again before you face the Moon Maiden. Fortunately, there's a solution.
Okay.
There's a nearby mountain called Feather's Peak. At the top of the mountain, there lives a hermit. The hermit has something for you, something that can restore what was taken from you. Go to him by dawn today. Bring back what he gives you, and come back here and you can face your trial. Thus speak the wheels of fortune.
Okay.
They give you a quick little map and give it to you.
Thank you.
And Millen will sort of go, a word of advice.
Mm?
That peak is treacherous. Outfit yourself with alpine gear before you attempt it.
Okay. Do we still have our alpine gear?
I think you do.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
from Mount Firmament.
Yes. We've been climbing
Yeah, I was waiting for
mountains.
someone to be like, please.
Yeah.
We've done this.
Yeah.
This is an
Easy
old
peasy.
Yeah,
act.
easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Okay.
By dawn.
By dawn. We have to be back here by dawn.
Nope, you need to get there by dawn.
You need to get there by dawn.
You need
Okay.
to find the hermit by dawn.
Okay.
Let's go.
We can do that.
No,
do
being
that.
back here by dawn would be a brisk turnaround.
Yeah, we've climbed Mount Firmament. We're
Yeah.
we're capable.
Whatever.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Yeah,
We can do it.
we can. Absolutely. Well, I guess that's what we're doing.
Alrighty.
Shall we go get some caravel leaf for the
Yes.
Yeah, you
a
can definitely
splendid plan.
find. You can
Let's do
definitely
it.
find some amongst the revelry, a couple places that'll give you a to-go cup of
Yeah.
carva.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And are we setting off to do this?
Yeah, we
I
can.
guess so,
I
yeah.
guess so, unless there's anything else that you guys can think of to do. I have to do it.
Does somebody have a spell to construct a tiny tent or house, or did I imagine that?
I think that was one of the options that I could have gone with.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We'll be fine with that. Just
I think
Thinking about it.
one spell I can learn is tiny hut or something.
Yeah.
And I think I made a
Yeah,
joke
like
about it.
Leonid's tiny hut or something like that. Yeah.
I'm being silly. We don't need a hut. Things are getting serious. We'll survive.
I mean, it would be nice if we had a hut, but we may not have time for a hut.
Yeah. Onwards.
Okay.
All right, so first things first, another survival check to see if you can find the right mountain and how quickly you can find the right mountain.
Okay. Survival.
Okay.
17.
Oh, good.
Nice.
Because I got
7.
I got a 9.
I think that averages out to just good enough.
Okay, great.
Like you don't
Great.
get there quickly or efficiently, but you
Okay.
get there in pretty okay
But
time.
we do get
With still
there.
something in the order of about 4 hours left to go before sunrise.
Okay.
But here's the thing: you now have kind of this like, this is just sort of this like, it looks like almost like volcanic peak that rises just kind of like almost vertically up from like the mountain range upon which Starfall was built. And I think that we are now into the realms of like skill check territory, where like, you know, we're going to go around and everyone is going to tell me what they're doing and what skill they are bringing to the Enterprise to get up this mountain.
Okay.
Well, I think Cal, fueled by pure adrenaline and keen eyesight, is going to, you know, look for the best path up.
Okay, I see.
And sort of lead the way, maybe.
Okay. So this to me seems like an investigation check.
Okay. I can live with that.
Yeah. Like I would, if you want it to be just like a pure intelligence, I would also allow that. But I think that this is seeming investigation-y to me.
That's about equal in terms and, you know, ability terms. So, okay, that's not bad. 15 plus 2 for a 17.
You were able to sort of, you know, kind of like spot a good deal of like, that ledge looks solid, that ledge looks like bullshit, don't step over there, this might be the best way to do it, this looks a little bit difficult, but if we can just kind of go this way, it'll be better. So, all right, so you're off to a good start.
Great.
Mike or Beth, what do you guys want to do to help with the climb?
I think Satus would like to think about just like he's read history books of athletic feats of climbs and is trying to think of any historical, even our previous climb, just trying to think of like any sort of lessons learned of climbing.
Tips, tricks, totally. Yeah, I think that that's a history check.
Cool.
And I think that because you're also drawing from your own experience, it can be history check with advantage.
Ooh, all right. In that case, we've got a 23.
Nice. I think that with a 23, then you are able to kind of even be like, you can take it like one step further, which is, you know, the great story of that heroic climber Achilles talks about how he was able to like make great time by doing this. And now that you've climbed the mountain, you're like, no, that's bullshit. Like that would actually slow you down. It sounds great for the story, but it's not actually good. I'm pretty sure that what he was actually doing was distributing his weight in this way, and then boom, you are off. Like you will end up like making such good time.
I like it. I like it.
Awesome.
Beth, what about Helena?
I think Helena's relying a bit personally on muscle memory of the last almost vertical climb we did, but is also very happy to take other people's packs and bags and lighten their load because I feel climbing.
This to me seems like a straight strength check. No, well, it could also be athletics, I suppose.
Which would you rather?
Let's do athletics.
Great. Okay. It was not a great roll, but it's a 14.
Ah.
Yeah, no, but I think that with a 14, like the brute strength just kind of like gets you up there. And I think that like Cal and Satus are both doing like such a good job of like laying a path out in front of you that you were just able to like advance and keep going. So that's very nice. Cool. Can I have a quick perception check from everyone, please?
I got a 2.
I got a 23 again.
Oh, nice.
All right.
I got a 5.
And Emma?
I got a 5.
Satus, you're the only one that hears the rocks that start falling towards you before they are almost upon you.
Oh, no.
And the fact that you are able to call out that this is coming is the only reason why you all are not making this dexterity save with disadvantage.
Okay.
So I need a dexterity saving throw from everyone, please.
Okay.
That's a 8.
15.
Okay.
13.
Okay. So no, no reward for the just. Satus, I think because you were so focused on calling it out, you actually end up being a little bit slow in moving out of the path of the rocks. So you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage. But you don't really fall too much. You don't lose a lot of your progress.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, I think that with that, you guys would be about halfway up the mountain.
Okay. I think more of the same. Of Or I assume you want us to do checks again.
Yeah, give me a
Yeah.
skill check. So like, give me a different skill that you are using.
Okay, a different skill.
Or if you want to use just tell me a skill. We can sort of ideate on what it looks like for the character to be doing that together.
Okay, well, I propose this. That
Mhm.
maybe Cal could do more of a nature check this time,
Oh, sure.
where she's looking for kind of calling
Yeah.
back on the memories of her youth, of remembering
Totally.
climbing mountains.
And you sort of know, like, this plant, like its roots go very deep, so it actually has like good anchor.
Exactly.
We can use that as a foothold. All right, cool. I like it.
Okay.
Nature check, please.
Okay. Okay, so that's a 13 plus 2 for 15.
Yeah, I think that like you're able. You all sort of like go around the corner because the terrain on one side of the mountain was getting a little too like dodgy.
Yeah.
And you turn, it's kind of like, oh my god, that's gonna be like straight rock. We're gonna need to just be carving, footholds into it. But Cal sort of goes like, no, wait a minute, hang on a second. Those vines, that's actually like a good ladder to use to get upwards. And again, that saves you a whole more bunch of time.
Awesome.
All right, Mike or Beth?
I think at this point, I think Satus is going to try to, I think motivate us to like keep going. I think a rousing speech, the classic like we're past the halfway point,
Yeah.
we can do this.
Yeah.
Like let's
We've done
make
it before.
our way.
We've conquered higher mountains. I like it. I think that's a persuasion roll if I ever heard one.
Cool. And that would be 11.
Yeah. I think that perhaps there's a certain amount of like, at this point, Cal and Helena are like, like, okay. Satus
Okay,
speech.
Satus.
Yep. It is still nice. It's still good. It still has like that like fuzzy feeling. But it's a little bit of like, okay, we're starting to see the template. Like we're starting to kind of see like, like, okay, the speeches are usually like what, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, A.
I think it's valid.
But still very effective. It still keeps the feet moving upward. Beth, what about you?
Okay, so it was athletics last time, so I'm thinking it could either be strength, just dragging everyone up, or persuasion, but I'm slightly off put by what just happened.
I mean, I'm curious about what would happen with persuasion, because I think whether you roll high or low, it could be a funny moment.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm actually very persuasive. People just don't notice.
It's true.
As you'll see.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So yeah, Helena's going to be persuading people that we're actually having a great time, that it's really nice to be climbing again. It's nice to get these breathers together between, fighting and terrifying gods. And also, aren't we all fitter than the last time we had to climb a vertical thing? Doesn't it feel good? So good.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, persuasion.
Bloody dice. I get a 14.
Nice.
All right, a 14. All right, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like I think that it is one of these things where like I think that especially for you, Cal, the speech, you're kind of feeling down. You don't have your powers. You're feeling weak.
Yeah.
And this speech is kind of a little bit of like, no, hang on a second. I have gotten stronger.
Yeah.
Like, and not just because like some thing was giving me magic. Like I have gotten stronger. I can do more things. And it sort of makes you realize kind of like, all right, so your class features may be offline, but all your skills, your hard-won kind of, skills, all of that is still there. You are strong, you are fast, like everything that is Cal is still there, and it is much fitter and stronger. And these are the thoughts that sort of are going through your head as you, like reach up and arrive at this landing towards the top of the mountain, where there's just kind of a couple more meters left of mountain above you past the landing. But you see, sort of around the corner, the mouth of a cave that goes into this like little bit of the mountain.
Is that where we're supposed to go? I look at the map.
Yeah, I mean, like, you have not seen any other cave. You can kind of even do like a quick like check of the ledges to make sure that you didn't miss any obvious caves. This is the first clear cave that you have found.
Okay.
This must be where the hermit lives.
Okay. Well. Hello?
Your words kind of echo, hello, hello, hello. You have dark vision, right, Cal?
I do, yes.
You see that the cave kind of, like, it goes in a little bit and then like turns. So there's this corner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, shall we venture
Let's go.
into the dark cave?
Let's be on our guard.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
Do you say anything else beyond that hello? And this sort of, I assume, like low whisper, like, let's be on our guard.
Yeah. We come in peace.
You hear a little bit of like rocks moving and some stirring from within the cave.
Okay. All right. Shall we go tentatively?
Yeah.
All right.
Guess. I mean, yes.
Or should we keep climbing and see what's at the very top?
History check, everyone, please.
Yeah.
14.
16.
Okay.
5.
Okay. So not Cal,
Yeah.
but Helena and Satus, you are both reminded of your encounter with the basilisk in the cave at Mount Firmament, where you thought that it was a safe place to nap, and then you sort of, ended up running into that petrifying, hungry lizard in the cave.
Mm-hmm.
So
Maybe
we should maybe keep going
Maybe
up.
we should keep going up, and we can always come back down.
Perception checks, everyone.
9.
15.
19.
19. With a 19, you hear what sounds like an animal growl.
Yeah, let's keep going up. Uh-oh.
Okay. Dexterity checks, everyone, as you start to hear something moving toward you.
Check or save?
Check.
Okay. That is a non-natural 20.
Me too.
I mean,
All
Still
right.
19 plus 1.
Got an 18 plus 2.
Grab you both.
Thank you.
What did you get, Beth?
I got a 12.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad.
And so Cal and Satus, you both definitely like turn tail and immediately like run out of this cave.
Yeah.
But Helena, in her heavy clanking armor, is not quite as fast. Beth, I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
No.
18.
Nice.
Wow. All right. Very good. You are able to weave as you sort of begin to feel a presence behind you. But you all make it out of the cave. You have, I think, just the second before this thing emerges. What are you doing?
I think I'm starting to climb back up.
Just getting out of there.
All right. I think that's an athletic check from everyone, please.
Cool.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Ooh.
Heyo.
Ba-bam-bam.
Wow. Big nerd is inspired.
Yeah. And
Just run away.
yeah. And I got an 18. So
18.
yeah. Cal's
Beth?
really feeling strong today.
We're all very strong and very scared. I got a non-natural 21.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
All right.
Wow,
Amazing.
we're
That's a monster. No luck today.
Cool. I just need to see if this thing is going to roll like a...
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Emma, what did you say yours was?
18?
What is your armor class, Emma?
It's 12.
Okay, so here's what happens.
Oh no.
Satus, you're gone. You scurry up that like vertical rock face. You turn and you become part chameleon.
Hell yeah.
Helena, you are just like one step behind. You are like bounding from rock to rock. Cal, you get your foot into that first foothold that you find when boom, you are knocked onto the ground and you sort of feel this pressure on your chest as something starts to lick your face. And you process the familiar face of a bronze dragon. As Volt seems very happy to be reunited with you.
Buddy!
He has grown quite a bit since you saw him last.
Whoa, you are big! You are big, and you are on me. Okay. And I just, like, hug him as much as I can. And
very good.
Where's your brother and sister? Or your sisters? Your sisters. Sorry.
You sort of just kind of get like the slight sort of emphatic shake of a head and the sort of, like wiggling of a body that you interpret as meaning not here.
Oh. Do you know where they are?
Again, sort of just kind of like, no.
Okay. Well, we got you. Oh my God, I'm so happy right now. Oh, things are looking up. Guys!
I think we are.
Yeah, we see, right? We come back down, we see.
Yeah.
This
is amazing.
Incredible.
That you guys can see this easily.
That's so big.
Things are looking up.
Yeah, Cal, this is awesome.
Do I have any meat pieces in my...
Yeah, of course. Why do you think he's hugging? No.
Yeah. I'm going to find something and give it to him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good boy.
How large is Volt now?
Quite large. He is not... I would say that he is perhaps a little bit bigger than a fully grown goat, which is like the least dignified way that I can imagine to describe sort of this like majestic dragon.
Yeah.
It's also the most like size accurate description that I can imagine.
Size,
Love it.
Yeah.
But yes, you have now been reunited with this thing that was taken from you. And I think that we are close enough to the top of the hour that is probably where we should leave it for today.
Okay.
Fun.
Wow.
Oh, what a much better happy cliffhanger to end on.
Oh, much better. Oh my God. Oh, thank goodness.
And I thought ending things badly for Cal 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
3 sessions in a row.
I thought
now that I say it out loud though, why didn't we do that?
Oh man. Wow, that was great. Love it. What a way to return.
Absolutely.
Yes, and hopefully our schedules will not be quite as nutty as they were in the back half of February, and we will not be having quite as much of an unplanned hiatus as we did last month.
Yeah.
Because I want to get to some of the stuff that is coming up because we've been planning it for a while, and
it's heating
we're getting
up.
places, folks.
Yeah, and apparently we don't have much time at all to save the world anymore.
Let's get on it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if you got your powers back, that would change.
Okay.
It's not too late. You can still go back and kill Maeve.
I was gonna say we could always murder our friend.
Yeah.
The murder your friend store is always open for business.
One day
it's good to have.
Look, if it gets down to one, I'm saying, all right.
Yeah.
You're not a main character.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
You gotta do it.
No one is playing you in the game, Maeve. So.
Yeah.
Just Gabriel, but he could be 50 other people.
Yeah.
That's right. I've got NPCs to spare.
Yeah.
Dime a dozen.
Yeah.
Oh
my gosh. Well.
All right. Well, folks, as long as we have you here, Emma, what have you got going on? Are you doing anything exciting coming up that our internet friends should know about?
I am actually. Thank you so much for that. I am going to be teaching a class about acting for audio drama, if that's something that you're interested in, with the Help Network, which I'm really excited about. And so, yeah, if you are an actor or maybe an aspiring actor, you're a voice actor looking to get into audio drama, please come join us. It's going to be lots of fun. We'll work on some scene work and talk about how to get into the world of audio drama. Should be super fun.
Awesome.
Right on.
Yeah. Anybody else got anything going on?
Nothing that needs promoting right now.
Nothing that needs promoting right now?
Not too distant future.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
I don't have any tour stops coming up for quite some time, but you can watch a replay of a live show that I just did in North Carolina. You can go to schub.es/tour and watch the replay. We had like a multicam setup and all that kind of stuff as I did the first 2 chapters of Heroes of Olympus, and then we did an improvised like Harry Potter Big Brother thing with all the pets to see which pet is the best.
Nice.
So yeah, you can watch that replay and get tickets to that. That was fun. And then I'll be doing stuff like later in the year. I'll be touring in like the East Coast later in the year. I'll be at LeakyCon in July, but that's the far future.
Nice. But keep an eye out for it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Also, check out, we did post our very first ever session. It was before the stream, but our very first ever session on the Patreon. It's free for everyone to watch, and I'll be uploading another one just for patrons, another one of our pre-stream adventures just for patrons, just as a little thank you for your continued support and apology for our unexpected hiatus. Trust us, we wanted to be playing too.
Kicks your ass.
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of the Patreon, thank you to our patrons, and especially to Rena, our highest level patron. We couldn't do it without y'all, so thank you so much. And and everyone also who is subscribed on the Twitch and subscribed on our YouTube page. It's totally free to subscribe on the YouTube page. And we'd very much appreciate it if you would follow us there.
Awesome.
Beth, do you have anything? You're the only person that didn't answer the promotion question.
Oh no, I don't really have anything to promote other than this at the moment. I mean, I'm online, but you know.
Yeah.
Thank you for supporting this and bearing with us over our hiatus, and yeah.
If you haven't listened to Beth in Wooden Overcoats and in Cry Havoc and in a bunch of other amazing shows that she's done in the past, you should check that out. The back archive is brilliant.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, well, without further ado then, this has been 20 to Midnight, performed by Mike Schubert, Beth, Eyre, and Emma Sherr-Ziarko. It is dungeon mastered and adventure designed by me, Gabriel Urbina. It normally features original music by Alan Rohde when we are not having a lo-fi session. But it does always feature beautiful original artwork by Mikaela Buckley. And we will be back hopefully later this month to see if Cal is able to find a new source of power and see if our friends are able to enter the Great Games and find out if 13 days are enough to save the world.
I hope so.
For now, everybody be well. We'll talk to you all soon.
Okay.
Thanks so much, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye.